Welcome to RaY.
My name is Adrian Sala. I work at Resource Assistance for Youth, and I'm the Director of Communications and Development.
Jonathan spelled J-O-N-A-T-H-A-N. 28.
I'm Brittany Patty. I'm 25 years old.
I'm Bonnie. I'm, 28 and 64 days.
Corey Cathro. Age is 27.
Max and 21 years old.
So basically, RaY is a one-stop shop for homeless youth, for street entrenched youth.
I've been living on the streets off and on since I was 10.
I'm a traveler. I've been traveling for about a year and a half now.
I've been traveling around Canada for a bit.
I was homeless from about 16 to a year or so ago.
I've been homeless for a good 8 years now.
Okay.
I came to RaY 3 years ago. It's just across the street too, right? And I was homeless before, during, and after that.
I found out about here through my friend Ryan. He actually found out about this place before I did.
My cousin told me about it actually 10 years ago.
So I didn't know what to do, and a friend of mine said, well, hey, you want some food, you want some clothes, you want some help? You gotta know this place and they'll help you out. And that's the first I ever heard of RaY. Been here, coming here ever since.
I heard there was a youth shelter on Sherbrooke. I was actually starting asking questions like, what else is there possibly out there in the community, right? Sum up my life, I had a lot of dreams, a lot of goals. And all of a sudden you look at yourself in the mirror and your teeth are a little bit rotten, you know what I mean? You look a little bit older, your eyes look paler. You think sometimes, just like, where did my life go?
Mostly people come here for meals or for clothes or for access to showers or laundry. But we also have a whole variety of other programs. For example, employment programming, we have housing programming, we have mental health and addictions programming, and we have an art program. Over here we have a nursery room. Over here we have a clothing bank area. So as you can see, we have a lot of shoes down here. In here we have our toiletries. There's some shampoos, conditioners. Something that we really go through a lot of. A nurse practitioner who works out of this office. Hi!
I'm not homeless right now, but I thank RaY for that mostly. I've been in their shoes before. I was worried, I was nervous, and you're not alone in your issues. And there's people here who want to help you with them.
Whatever bullshit you're going through, you got a place to live. You got a place to stay. You got like a warm bed to sleep in. And you got food. You know? Anything's better than sleeping outside.
The biggest struggle is just the way the world looks at you when you're homeless. Like, you're automatically scum if you don't have a house, if you don't have a place to call home, if you can't have a shower every day, you're scum and there's nothing you can do about it.
Where am I going to eat, you know?
Emotional stuff like love, respect, you know, family, financial situations, just not being wanted, not being needed. It's the fact that you don't even notice day by day what actually happens. You don't, like, you wake up out of the homeless shelter, you wake up on a spray bench, and you don't notice what you're doing day in and day out till 2 years kick around or 3 years kick around. In a couple months, it just seems like just a day, you know what I mean?
It's just a blur.
Yeah. It often comes down to, you know, homelessness often comes down to, you know, family issues too. You should be able to go to a cousin's place or an uncle's place, an aunt's place, or on the other side of both sides of the family, right, and be able to be there. But
even without all the other benefits like clothes, I've gotten shoes here when I didn't have shoes. I've gotten pants here. I've gotten clothes for job interviews. I've been hooked up with job interviews specifically through RaY. All that is just second to just them being here, and that's what I love about RaY.
And yeah, I came down here and actually I saw him and he helped me out with getting food, you know, getting some clothes. I don't know. It just showed me that somebody actually does care out there, you know what I mean?
It's becoming more and more difficult for organizations like RaY to obtain funding. Right now there's a very constricted or tight funding environment, and so more and more funding cycles are becoming shorter. The government is expecting us to become more and more reliant on corporations or private donations. So programs like 5 Years for the Homeless really help us to do the unglamorous sort of things like keeping the lights on and just offering programming in ways that we couldn't otherwise do without these kinds of donations.